Welcome to Sonic Bros. Today I will go over Chuck E. Cheese's bootlegs. Let's get into it. So here we have this Chucky, and it's advertising business cards. I know, strange. And they lazily edited the C into the word cool. And they try to use the same font, but it's not the same font. Very lazy attempt, but why did they use Chuck E. Cheese out of all characters? Very strange, in my opinion. And he has a lazily ed- edited piece of paper in his hand, which do which I don't think they can do a good editing job. So yeah, it's kind of poorly done. It does look very strange and bad looking. And I don't know where the heck this is located at even. It looks like it's in a row of some other signs. But imagine just walking down the street, having a normal walk, and then seeing Chuck E. Cheese on a business card sign. Just very unusual and strange. Next up, we will go over mascots. So there's this company who makes bootleg mascot suits called So Can Land. I know, interesting name. And they made like FNAF costumes, all sorts of characters, truly. And anyways, they made a Chuck E. Cheese Rockstar Chuck costume, and they made a kid-sized one and an adult-sized one. This is the adult-sized one, and this is the kid-sized one. I kind of feel like the kid-sized one looks better, honestly, but it's clearly meant to look like the Rockstar Chuck mascot suit. It's not the most horrible thing in the world, but it's not the best thing in the world at the same time. Here is this one which is supposed to resemble the Chuck E. Cheese Cyberamic animatronic. And this is the picture that they show. Yeah, this is gonna trick a lot of people to think that they'll get a real Chuck E. Cheese costume or the animatronic. But anyways, just very weird. But it's meant to look like the animatronic. Anyways, yeah, pretty weird. And here's this one that's supposed to look like Rockstar Chuck, and it looks cheap. And it doesn't look that great in my opinion. But yeah, it's not really that great of an alternative, really. I'll rather have have you make your own. And then here's this other Rockstar Chuck one, and you can find these costumes on like Amazon, AliExpress, many other websites that sell like bootleg mascot suits and all sorts of things. Anyways, this Chuck E. Cheese costume is pretty weird looking, but it's supposed to resemble Rockstar Chuck. Here's this ugly looking one. It's so horrible looking. And now it makes the other one look good in comparison. But they just got so much stuff wrong. Like the shade of gray doesn't look good. And they messed up on the shirt really bad. Instead of the green, they used gray, which looks ugly and cheap. Just this costume just sucks in my opinion. It doesn't look good. So this one's supposed to resemble Avenger Chucky, and they use these costumes like like these bootleg ones, like tons of like YouTube videos and stuff, like Chuck E. Cheese related ones, which is weird. Anyways, this costume looks alright, I guess. But anyways, it it does look cheap. All of these kind of besides the So Can Land one honestly look bad. And this one they honestly forgot the C. And the fur is very dark for some reason, and the pants are black. And this Chuck E. Cheese costume looks very, very weird and strange. And this was used at a bootleg Chuck E. Cheese establishment in Palestine called Pal Chuck E. Cheese's. And it's clearly a ripoff of Chuck E. Cheese. it's so lazy. They like use like Chucky and his friends. And anyways, this place is just really obscure and not well documented. Very strange in my opinion. And it got shut down probably because CC didn't approve of it. And also, it's a bootleg. So there's this pointless island she's mouth's Subi doll, which this is a little Chuck E. Cheese figurine. Very weird looking, but yet kind of cute at the same time. And they and here's some flaws with it. The hat is the wrong type of hat, and he's also wearing overalls. But this figure costs $40, and if you want a $40 Chuck E. Cheese figure, that's a bootleg. Well, this is your best option, I guess. Anyways, this is on Toy Underground Store. I know that's such a weird website name. Anyways, and the images they show the figure modeling with food. Anyways, pretty weird looking figure, and the pictures kind of make it better, honestly. Next up is this weird dancing Chuck E. Cheese's figure. I mean, plush. I was thinking about the last one, and this guy's probably a Mexican or a Chinese bootleg, and this guy dances to a song. This is based off of Rockstar Chuck, and it looks very strange looking and very interesting. And this must be a rare as heck item. Anyway, pretty weird little Chuck E. Cheese plush that dances. Here is this German Chuck E. Cheese bootleg plush, which clearly looks like the 1992 Chuck E. Cheese plush toy by Showbiz Pizza Time Inc. But this guy's by a German toy company called Star Toys. And this person on this Reddit post said that they found it at a thrift store, which this is a pretty weird thrift store sign. A German bootleg Chuck E. Cheese plush, and it has German language on the tag, and there's a Star Toys tag. Anyway, it's just very weird plush, and it does look very similar to the 1992 Chuck E. Cheese plush, but they're not the same plush. So there's this Chuck E. Cheese plush in like this very weird outfit, and he resembles the third ever Chuck E. Cheese plush and kinda the first ever one. So this guy's kinda inspired by PTT Chuck headwise, but the body's kinda different. Anyways, this plush is just very weird, and they made a big one and a small one, so that gives me the hint that it could be a carnival prize, maybe. But that's just a guess that I have. Not saying it's fact, but these plushies are just very interesting looking, and I think they're vintage bootlegs. So this Chuck E. Cheese's animated coin bank appeared around AliExpress and Amazon around a few years back. And this guy, you put a coin in, and his cheeks would light up, and he would make like a weird like snoring noise. And this coin bank's just very bizarre looking. It's pretty goofy looking. And this kind of looks like a prototype piggy bank that Chuck E. Cheese was gonna do. So yeah. And you would put a coin in Hugh, and Hugh would activate. This plush is just very weird looking, and just a very bizarre and strange item in the world of Chuck E. Cheese bootlegs. And here's a very goofy looking picture of him on a couch. Yeah. And here's a stock picture of a person compared to next of him. and he's about 9 inches tall and 11 inches wide, I'm pretty sure. So a while ago, this Jasper bootleg plush popped up on eBay, and this clearly supposed to be the 1984 or 1992 Jasper plush, and he has red overalls, a brown shirt, and a green hat. This plush just looks very strange, and it's supposed to look like a a vintage Jasper T. Giles plush. Just very weird in my opinion, this plush is. A very strange item. So this Chuck E. Cheese looking guy is on a bag of chips. Chips. On a bag of them. That's just the strangest thing in the world, honestly. And you can tell that they kind of changed him up with like the blue hair and but in this picture of him, it's clearly obvious that it's supposed to be Rockstar Chuck. And it's like a lazily edited picture of him on a bag of chips. And these chips are from a different country. So, yeah, just very odd in my opinion. Next up is a place called Awesome Kitchen Pizza. And this place is located in Canada and is still open. And they use Pasquale as their mascot. I'm sure they just like searched up PNG Pizza Chef, to use for 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 their logo, and for some reason Pasquale came up on the Google search, but they could have just used any generic looking pizza chef and not Pasquale for some reason. This is just pretty strange, honestly. And there's a lazily ed- edited pizza sign on his pizza. Very unusual and strange. Chuck E. Cheese bootleg. Anyways, this video is pretty interesting and it goes over tons of bootlegs. So anyway, guys, peace out.